Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. In today's video, I am going to be talking about the new weekly hair system that Royale High recently added, and so far they have added a hair every week for 3 weeks straight. And I'm also going to be talking about my thoughts on the system and the new hair that they added yesterday. So I just want to put a quick disclaimer. This video is in no way promoting hate or telling you guys to go hate on Royale High. This video is just for educational purposes, and of course I'm going to share my opinions on it because I am disappointed myself as a Royale High player. And I'm also going to be sharing what everyone else has been talking about with the new hairs. So I know a lot of people are going to tell me that I'm like being dramatic or I'm doing too much in this video, but I personally think 3 weeks straight reusing hairs is just a bit much.
Sauce, or do you have like a buffalo sauce?
At this point, so everyone is valid to their own opinion. However, please be respectful in the comment section for my opinion and others' opinions, because a lot of the community is feeling this way. I know I look a little ugly right now, but I just wanted to show you guys the new hairs on, since I didn't get a chance to do that yesterday. Why am I like doing the same pose? Can I switch to something else? Okay, thank you. Okay, so I'm gonna show you guys the new hair, and here are the 2 new hairs, and off the bat they already look really similar to hairs that we already have in the game. And I'm not complaining because I do like the hairs and I do think they're really cute with the stuff in them. Like I've said before, I love when the hairs have stuff in them, so I'm gonna put the hairs on so you guys can see it. And here's one of the new hairs, and like I said, they're really cute hairs. It's just we already have a very similar design to these hairs already in the game, but they are super cute. Like I can't complain about that. They are really cute hairs. No new bangs were added either. Okay, so now I'm going to show you guys the hair that looks pretty similar, and here it is. Obviously they look similar, however they're not like complete copies of each other. This one is very different in its own way, and so is this one. I mean, they have like the same idea and same aesthetic with like the same kind of hairstyle and the flowers in the hair. However, it's not a complete copy like the first and the second hair, which I'm gonna get into now. So this hair right here is just a combination of 2 hairs that we already have in game, except they added all of those little patterns on top. And then for the masculine hair that they released last week, these 2 hairs we already have in game as well, except it just looks a little bit different. Here it is. Obviously it just looks better and reworked. So both of the hairs that we got for 2 weeks straight were already in game, and they weren't really new hairs. Okay, so I'm gonna talk about the new hair and why it's basically a reused hair as well. So I want you guys to look at the created by. Remember that username, okay? Remember that username for me. So here is the same exact username, a developer on Royale High, and here is the hair. And if you don't believe me that this is the same exact hair, also keep in mind that this hair got added about 2 years ago, so it is another reused hair. Okay, so full credits go to this person on Twitter because they posted a side-by-side comparison of the new hair and the UGC hair, and they also added in the Lust for Life hair, so you guys can see that it's not a copy of Lust for Life, but it's a copy of the UGC hair. However, I do want to show you guys regardless, and I do still think it's heavily inspired by the Lust for Life hair because of the flowers, and it's the same aesthetic, I guess. So I'm going to show you guys the pictures now. So here is the UGC, here's the new hair, and here's the Lust for Life. Obviously the flower gal, the new hair, and Lust for Life are not the same at all. However, I definitely think that there are similarities with it being like a half down, half up type of situation, and the way that it's like wavy hair and with flowers in the hair. I definitely think it's heavily inspired from the Lust for Life hair, and it has been in the game for a while now, so probably the UGC was inspired by this one. But the new hair and the UGC look literally identical. Like, they didn't even try to make them look different, like, at all. And here is from the back. As you can tell, it looks literally the same. And here is the Lust for Life hair, which obviously you can tell that it like wraps from the back and this one does not. So I actually didn't realize this until now, but I was thinking, I was like, well, if the UGC hair looks pretty inspired by the Lust for Life hair, then who made that hair? And I searched it up, and it is the same developer that made the new hair and also the UGC. So obviously the new hairs and the UGC was inspired by this hair because of just the same style pretty much. I'm gonna share my thoughts on this now, and it's honestly gotten to the point where it's been 3 weeks and we still haven't gotten a actual new hair. All of these hairs are already in the game, and I have no issue with them releasing hairs that are already in the game and like reworking them to look better, or, you know, doing a combination of 2 hairs, because the hairs look cute. They are cute hairs. It's just the fact that we aren't getting any new hairs because all of these hairs are pre-existing. They're already in the game, and I feel like for it to be called a weekly new hair, it's just like, it's not new. It's not new. And I also don't want to discredit their work because they are releasing new hairs every single week on Friday at the same time. So I am going to give them credit for being consistent. And the hairs are pretty. I have nothing against the hairs. It's just the fact that they're not new. And they should be waiting to release these hairs later on into this weekly hair release system, because I understand not having any ideas or inspiration for hairstyles, but the community does send a lot of hairstyles that they want to be added into the game, and there's so many pretty hairstyles that could be added into the game that are unique and pretty. However, they're just taking like the lazy route and adding hairs that are already in the game or pre-existing, like the UGC. So that's pretty much the only reason why I'm upset, is the fact that they're not new hairs. And yes, they are really pretty hairs, but they're just not new, and it's pretty disappointing for it to be a 3rd week straight where it's already a pre-existing hair. And yes, it's not a complete copy of the Lust for Life hair, but it is heavily inspired, and they're pretty much the same aesthetic. And yes, it is cute, but it's just not a different hair. Like, I want to see new hairs get added into the game, because there are so many hairstyles that I've seen on Twitter that people have posted, which I am going to show you guys actually, and they're so pretty and unique, and I just want to see those kind of hairstyles get added into the game. And here is this tweet. Full credits go to this person because all of these hairs are absolutely beautiful. I mean, look at how unique every single one of them are. Like, I would be so happy if this is the type of hairs that we got. And I feel like with it being called a new hair weekly system, we should be getting hairs like this. And I feel like there is so many hairstyles that they could be adding, yet we're not really getting them. And that's the disappointing part, is that we're not getting any new hairs like this. Okay guys, that's it for today's video. Please make sure to subscribe for more Royale High content. And also let me know what you guys think about this in the comment section down below. Do you think next week they're gonna release an actual new hair, or can you guess which hair is gonna be reworked next? And make sure to like this video if you found it helpful.